Good morning, everybody. It is about it's about 10 minutes until mailbag. We're going to start at 10 o'clock, as always. And if you are watching this on the archive, then you can skip ahead. If you're watching it live, then you probably can't. If you can, I want to know how your YouTube works. Either way, I'm going to bring the boxes in here, and in 10 minutes, we're going to start opening them, and it is going to be a very short mailbag. I think we've only got like 4 packages, no letters, so it's going to go real quick, especially with DJ here to make sure that I don't get too far off track. So that's the plan. This is it right here. This is today's mailbag. That's the whole shebang. Which is good. It shouldn't sound like I'm complaining. I'm quite pleased that it's short. I think short ones are better in general, and a lot of times folks can send us too much. We don't have any new kittens that need to have their endowments set up. And I wanted a short one today in particular because I'm hanging out with DJ. I don't get to spend a whole lot of time with her lately. So this is all good. And I will see all of you in about 10 minutes. I think this should be moved. I don't know if DJ's going to approve, but I want to be able to see the fireplace and not too much carpet under there so I can tell when somebody has made a mess. It's easy to clean. That'll do. I'm sure DJ's going to be like, no, we need it closer to the fire, but that's her prerogative. We'll let her complain. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. Oh man, the Scooter's breakfast looks awesome. All right. Hi, Belle. Hi. If I've got 10 minutes to spend, I'm going to spend it in here trying to see if you'll eat something for me. Let's try. What do you think? Like either of these? It's 2 different foods. Chicken or fish? Chicken or fish or just nothing, I guess, if that's the way you're going to be. You're taking good care of your coat. It was a little bit greasy for a few days there, but it's all shiny and silky today. That's an improvement. Mm. Nothing? Not right now? Napkin for my hand. If I mix this up a little bit, it should be more interesting. You seem pooped. Oh, silly bunny. You looked like you were interested there for a second. I put some right there. The same thing in and out of the dish. A lot of times when a cat does that, when a cat sniffs the food and seems really interested in it, but then doesn't eat it, like you just saw her do, where she looked kind of excited for a second there, like that, and then she's just pushing it around. She's not taking any. We usually see that as a sign of like a nausea, or she's concerned that she wants the food, but she's concerned that if she eats it, it'll just make her feel bad because of nausea, or sometimes having a sore throat would do that, or sometimes having had nausea. Like if you were feeling sick the last few days and every time you ate it made you feel worse, then you'd be a little hesitant to eat today, even if you're not feeling sick, right? There you go. Now she's into it. So I'll talk about this some more in the mailbag, but the bottom line is that yesterday we gave her some anti-nausea and some subcutaneous fluids, and she today is a little better for her. And I think we're going to keep up that same treatment. We're going to give her some more today around noon. You only ate like 2 kibbles. 2 kibbles is not a meal for a cat like you with little kittens. You can do better than 2 kibbles. That's good. Pretty good. Do it for mailbag. 3 minutes. going to take this away. Oh, you just took all three of those at once? That was pretty good. Wow. You hit your end? Is that it? What's the matter with these two? These two rejects? You don't like those two as much? I'm going to leave you with that. I'll be back. You can play this game some more. Got too many at once. Too many. I can't do that. Hey everybody. All right, here we are. It's 10 o'clock. Let's play the mailbag jingle and check the camera angles and get this ball rolling.
Kitten Academy's where you wanna be when you are a cat. On a Saturday they can pounce playtime for the mailbag.
Oh yeah, real quick. Hey, all right. So let's start with some news, though, as usual. Let's just let's get right into it. I know everything is weird. Like you can see my head because that camera's back a little further than we're used to. But you know, it is what it is. Gotta switch things up once in a while.
You can move.
I could move, but I think I'm at a pretty good distance here.
What people with their favorite toy?
I hear that there is an audio lag. Let me reboot this camera real quick for you guys. See if that makes a difference. I said reboot, but it really just meant reset. So hopefully that fixes it. If not, there is literally nothing I can do. That is the extent of my magical powers. Let's see. I know Ben wrote a list for me this morning to sort of take my notes for what was news. Although, here we go. Okay, you guys know that Fern, Moss, and Thistle went home, and that their adopters are big people in our Kitten Academy community and on our Discord, and they've been keeping us apprised with lots of photos and stuff, and they're doing great. Fern, Moss, and Thistle they have the best life right now. It's fantastic. Let's talk about Belle for a minute. You guys are probably watching her eat a couple of kibble off the floor of her box right now. At least she was when I left her up there just a minute ago. So we've had her to the vet. She had her x-rays. So far, the x-rays have shown us at least 3 kittens. It can be, you know, a little hard to see sometimes. Maybe we're missing some, but I would feel pretty good about saying that there's 3 in there, and that's what we should expect. Because you know, that's just, it seems like it's right, is what I'm saying. Now, you may also know that since sometime last week, she has not been, I said last week, since Tuesday, I think actually, since about Tuesday, she's not been eating as well as we would like a pregnant cat to eat. Now, she has been eating a little bit. If she weren't pregnant, probably wouldn't panic about it too much at all. But because she's pregnant, we take a little bit of extra care there, a little bit of extra concern. So yesterday, it hit the point where we really felt like we had to take some extra action other than just offering her all the food in the world. And we took her back to the vet and we got her Serenia, which is an anti-nausea medication, and subcutaneous fluids. And that's the big old 1-2 punch for a cat that won't eat and that seems sort of lethargic. Serenia and subcutaneous fluids are standbys. I mean, that's what we do all the time, and it almost always makes a big difference. And in her case, it did make a difference. She had been steadily losing a little bit of weight every day, but today, after we did that treatment for her yesterday, she didn't lose any weight, which is good. That's improvement. We've also all observed her eating a few times in the last 24 hours. Also very good. I would prefer to see her eating even more, but I feel like we're on the road to recovery here, so we're going to just maintain that same treatment today. After Mailbag, DJ and I are going to give her more subcutaneous fluids, more Serenia, and we're going to keep trying to get her to eat for us. That's basically it for now. Now, our vet did say maybe there's a possibility that it's like a pancreatitis or something, in which case our next step would be to get an ultrasound. But that's not easy to come by, especially on the weekend. And again, I don't feel like it's necessary considering the progress that we've seen since yesterday. But we're keeping that in our bag of tricks. And if she's still not showing the improvement that we want, then we'll go in for the ultrasound and see what we got. So that's Belle in a nutshell. Now, Brooke, our other mom cat, ex-mom cat, I guess, Pebble's mom, Brooke, um, you guys know that we had decided that she was diabetic, and now I've been testing her glucose daily or more often than daily, and we've decided that maybe she was in remission because those tests showed a perfectly normal blood sugar level. But then we took her to the vet, and I got a second opinion, and when we tested her at the vet, her blood sugar was, again, very high, diabetic levels. When I brought her home, I tested her again with our kit to make sure that our kit was working correctly, and we got the same measurement as at the vet, the high blood sugar. So we gave her some insulin, but that was a couple days ago, and now every time that I test her, it comes out normal again. So I guess that's a long way of saying right now it's kind of a mystery. We don't know whether she would be considered diabetic, whether she would be considered diabetic in remission, or just what we don't know. But our goal here is to keep testing her on a regular basis, to monitor it closely, and to start to get a feel for what's going on. The good news is that she's perfectly happy, perfectly active, eats, plays. Great cat, by the way. She's just so sweet. DJ and I both love having her around. We're willing to keep testing her and keep an eye on her as long as it takes, and also to hang on to her as long as it takes to get an adopter. So that's the news for her. Let me see now. There was some other stuff on Vin's cheat sheet for me, which I've lost now. Pebble's going for her surgery on Tuesday, and then Pebble and Culotte are getting picked up together by their adopter on Friday. So they will be gone by the end of next week. Which is a big deal because unless Belle decides to deliver before then the Kitten Academy will just be an academy. There won't be any kittens here. We'll just have the couple of mom cats. So that's that. You may have heard me talk over the course of the last few days about a second mom cat that Dawes has found, that Dawes wants to bring to us, that we've agreed to take. And it actually looked for a little while like we might get that mom cat today because she's heavily pregnant, and Dawes was going to try to push up her delivery, not her delivery to us, not her delivery of the kittens. Dawes was going to try to get her to us early today, but that fell through due to timing issues as far as the fact that she's got to see a vet and get on a transport and all this stuff, so it didn't work out. So again, we're back to the new mom cat arriving a week from today on Saturday the 1st. And that will give us presumably 2 pregnant mom cats with no kittens this time next week. That seems like the most likely thing. I don't think Belle's going to deliver before then, but she might. Who knows? Now, that pregnant mom cat that's going to come next Saturday, there's a chance that she's so pregnant she's going to deliver before she arrives here. And if she does deliver before they put her on the transport, they're probably not going to transport her. They'll probably find her a local foster, and she won't come at all. So it's up in the air whether we're going to have 2 mom cats this time next week, or just have 1 pregnant cat this time next week, or have no pregnant cats this time next week and a bunch of new kittens. We'll see. I really don't know. Let's see, just a reminder to visit our website, kitten.academy. There's some blog posts there with some great photos. The last 3 blog posts have all been up recently, so if you haven't been in a while, it's worth going to see. And for the people that are on Discord, it is worth mentioning that it's not too late to get in your predictions for Belle's delivery. We run a little pool there. There's no money involved, but if you are the correct guesser of when and what she's going to deliver, then you get a special title on the Discord server for a little while. And also, if you're on Discord, don't forget that Jamestown is running a postcard exchange, which is a very cool thing to do. It's like Secret Santa, but postcards only, and that looks like a lot of fun too. Okay, that's all the news. That took 10 minutes. We got 4 packages here, and that will probably go pretty quickly. So let's see. Look at this. We didn't even give any treats out this mailbag. What are we doing? What are we doing? They know, though, when the box opens, that's treat time. All right, you guys. All right. Okay. I should mention that we're still, I'm still trying to find the perfect way to treat Brooke during her insulin and her glucose tests. We've tried so many different things, and in the end, it seems like the wet, like chicken breast, like a real just chicken breast, works really well, but it's kind of messy. So, but that might end up being the thing. So, Lisa, our minion Lisa, sent us a log book for Brooke. It is a My Kitty's Diabetic log book. How cute is that? It's pink, and it has, oh wow, that is a log book that will last a long time. And look at this. It's labeled each day for checking her blood sugar before and after every meal, and it labels the meals as breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper. That's 4 meals a day. I hope this is not committing us to feed her 4 times a day. We give her food twice a day, but of course we give her enough that it lasts through. So this is cute. Thank you so much, Lisa. And we'll use it, or her adopter will use it. It says here, the note says, Mr. A, this is for you to record Brooke's levels and then pass on to her adopter from Lisa the Minion. Well, thank you so much. That is a very cute little logbook. And I'm sure that Brooke will appreciate it.
You think so?
I think she will. I think Brooke appreciates all of it, actually. She gets very excited when I go in there to take her blood sugar or to give her insulin. And I think the reason she gets so excited is she knows it means treats. But she also she always gets excited when there's a person around. She loves people. She's such a people-loving kitty. It's so sweet. All right, so I recognize what this is. This is that awesome set that we got. We got some of these last week too. This is the really, really nice cat toy wands. And then it's got a ton of accessories in it. It is the Gyron Feather Teaser, it says, according to J-I-A-R-O-N? Gyron, I guess? I don't know. These are the best cat wands, though. Unfortunately, that's all that's in the bag. There is no note. So unless I hear otherwise, and I hope whoever sent it takes some credit. But unless I hear otherwise, I will feel free to use it as I see fit. And I do see that Maggie always likes to open these because she thinks there's going to be a mouse or something in there for her. And she's already started on this one, just like she did the one last week. Last week's mailbag is uploading right now, by the way. So if you want to see what Maggie does to these things and how annoying it can be, you can check that when it's done uploading in just a few minutes. Okay, here we have a package that I think I recognize this postage and this style here. I think this is from Lisa G. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to open it. I'm going to try this end. You don't need to steal my knife. I'm just going to put this right here. Don't take that. Here, take this instead. You can have that. You can also have this. And there is a note. And there is a note. And the note says, oh, this is so cute. It's a beautiful little painting of two kitties snuggling together in bed with mice leaping over them in the sky. And also there's a mouse in the bed. I think the mouse in the bed is the real one. That is very cool. It's called Catnaps. And it says, Dear Mr. A, DJ, and K.A. Cats, Happy New Year. My local pet food store was having a great sale on treats, so I picked some up for the Academy. They also had some neat tube toys that I've also included. Please use for the faculty, kitten classes, and endowment as you see fit. From Lisa G, P.S. Please give Sweet Belle a scritch for me. Well, we certainly will. Thank you so much, Lisa G. And don't help yourself to the treats. Don't. No, you guys had treats already. You had a bunch. Okay. So speaking of helping yourself to the treats, we have Temptations mix-ups. These are the, let's see, Catnip Fever flavor and Surfer's Delight flavor. Yes. Plus we have, oh, another one, Sunrise Scramble. This is chicken, egg, and salmon. That sounds like a yummy breakfast. And we have a tasty chicken flavor. And we have a blissful catnip flavor. And we have a whole bunch of boinks. I know they're called boinks because it says right on the package, boinks. And actually, I know these are hid around here because I keep finding them under the closet door, like in the closet where they've been pushed under the door. They're basically like fun tubes, but they aren't curled over at the end like fun tubes. Oh, did not mean to shoot that over there, but I did, so it's already in action. Lisa G, thank you so much. This was really nice of you to think of us when you saw the sale on treats, because obviously we go through a lot of treats, and obviously we put a lot of treats in the endowment bags. And Temptations are, of course, always a hit. It is Brooke's obviously #1 favorite thing. Brooke is crazy about them, but we're trying to keep Brooke off of them because they are a little bit more carbohydrate than a potentially diabetic kitty should have. But everybody else is still allowed to have them and loves them, so we will get plenty of use of those. Thank you so much. Here we are at 10:17. I talked for 10 minutes, and we're on our last box. How about that?
Yeah.
It says right here, feel free to open on air. Awesome. Or on the ground, or on the water. There we go. And, oh my goodness. This looks like just what I needed, he said, somewhat sarcastically. To Mr. A and DJ, best wishes to you. Actually, I did need this. I'm out of sweets in the house, and I can see this as sweets of some nature. Wow, this card is like 3D paper cutout, and it's got this cat photo in the middle. It looks a little crazy, actually. I really like it. It's the fact that it's got a real photo of a cat and then surrounded by these little butterflies and flowers and stuff. It's got a very I don't know. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's beautiful. And it says handmade by Amy. Wow. Oh, Amy. Oh, I see. Okay. It says, "Dear Mr. A and DJ, we want to thank you for all you do to help kittens and cats and to help us see the wonderful value of these little ones. We appreciate all you do to demonstrate love and care and affection to your faculty and those you foster and take into your home. A while ago, you mentioned you love chocolate and citrus candy. We remembered and hope you enjoy the richness and deliciousness of our, does this say small thank you? I think it does, of our small thank you. Best wishes for a great year from Rick and Amy." Well, Rick and Amy, thank you so much. And wow, Amy, you have a talent for making these cards. That is spectacular. I really like this with the little gold and silver butterflies and the bow on the kitty. That's really beautiful. I hope everybody can see that okay. I know we're sitting a long way away from the camera today, but I want DJ to see this one too. Here. Oh, I don't know if I can throw this to her successfully from here. She'll see it after Mailbag. Yes, I'll make sure that she sees it. We'll put it on our cardboard. This is really cool. There's just something about the way that you've included these, like obvious, the flowers and stuff are like very sort of impressionist, abstract flowers with this real cat. It's a very interesting combination, and I love it. And whoa! So here you've wrapped up what appear to be two giant chocolate bars, and you put little kitties on the wrapping of them. Cute little kitties too. Look at that. And this is exactly my weakness. It is chocolate, almonds, and orange. That sounds like exactly my favorite things in the whole world. I mean, seriously, chocolate with nuts and oranges in it, you can't beat that. You really can't. And you sent us two of those, the same one. I'm going to leave this one close because it's got that little kitty on it, and also maybe it'll slow me down just a little bit as I'm tearing through these. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wow, these are big too. I bet these don't tell me how many calories it would be to eat the whole thing. Oh, well, the math on that's a little bit too easy to do though. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to try to ration myself here a little bit. Ration? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys very, very much. It was a very short mailbag today. As usual, though, we will leave the archive running for at least a few minutes and let these kitties run around. And that way, if you are watching and you have not managed to finish your breakfast yet, you can keep watching while you finish your breakfast. And I am going to put this stuff away and get myself some breakfast, which won't just be these chocolate bars. I promise. It's very tempting. But we have some dosa in the fridge that's left over from last night and makes the perfect breakfast food. So we're going to reheat that. I am going to take a break though right now and just see if I can coax Belle to eat a little bit more for me, and then I'll come down here and have my own breakfast. So thank you guys again so much. Got one bag here full of packing materials to get rid of, and everything else nicely packed up here. This can go straight into our cabinet. Oh, so yummy. Wow. Yes, chocolate and fruit and nuts and stuff, like that's just the best together. They don't make that. There's that candy bar they used to make that was the weird square one. I can't think of the name of it, that had the raisins and the nuts in it. And I haven't seen it in years now. What was it called? It was called something like, one of you guys gotta know what I'm talking about. The silver wrapping. Somebody telling me what it was called? Yeah, I know. I have to wait for it to come around. I can't think of the name of that. Man, I used to love those things too because they had the raisins and nuts and stuff in them. They were just chunky. Oh, maybe that's what they were called. Were they called chunky? That honestly might have been the name of it.
Hi, Culotte. Hi, Pebble.
Anyway, they don't make those things anymore, but I don't think. I haven't seen them in forever. Yes, okay, they are chunky. I was right. At least that's what Calimo says, and I would believe Calimo. So, yeah, that kind of thing is just the best. Fruit or nuts or anything in chocolate, really. I know they used to, people used to eat like, or probably still do in some places, like chocolate-covered ants. I don't know if I would try that or not, but I bet they'd be good. Ants are supposed to be a little bit acidic, So, if they were a little bit tart and crunchy and in
Wait,
chocolate,
what?
chocolate covered ants. I bet they would be good. I'd have a hard time eating them, but I bet they'd be good.
Ants.
Yeah. I don't know if I would try that, but I've heard. My point was anything covered in chocolate is good.
I don't think so.
Okay, almost anything. But especially like fruits and nuts and stuff. Oh man, you can't go wrong. Uh-oh, sorry, my best. I didn't see you give the answer first, or whoever gave the answer first. I have no idea. No, Callimo gave it first. Yeah, that was the first one, and I said it before any of you gave it. I came up with it, so I'm taking credit for it.
Why are you doing it?
Why am I the way I am?
Why? Yeah, that kind of covers it. Chocolate covered fruit would not be good.
I don't know. It'd be hard for me not to try it.
No.
I don't know. Like if that's the only sweets in the house.
No, you do know this.
Maybe.
No.
You know me, Dippy.
This,
if
you
there's
know,
sweets in the house,
you
I'm gonna eat
won't
them,
like.
whether I like them or not. They're gonna get eaten.
Oh my god. Baggy, is your box taken, Baggy? You need another box. Make pull up, 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 pull up.
Oh, here's that card from Amy. You gotta see this. I really like the way that she's done this. Oh, isn't that cool?
Wow.
I like the combination of the sort of abstract elements of the.
Stand up. Oh. So cool.
How did all this junk end up in here? Was that you?
This is the paper.
Where did this paper come from? Oh.
Hi, Pebble.
Oh, you covered it. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I see. Okay, good. Right, yeah. Because you can't have any brand names out here until they start paying us. You hear me, Chewy?
Stop.
Chewy and Coke and Starbucks, you guys. We need our sponsorships. Give us that sweet, sweet sponsorship money. I'm obviously joking. None of them are ever going to hear any of that.
Maggie has lost her box.
It's all right. She's got a fish. She's very happy right now. She's chewing on this yow catnip fish. I should get the ceiling camera on so that people can see inside this box. Oh, speaking of seeing inside the box, nobody can see outside the box upstairs. Okay, let's go mix all this up, get it right. Oh, I don't know if everybody's still watching, but if Brenda is watching and sent us something that was labeled not for mailbag, I just want to say thank you. That is very appreciated, and we'll get a lot of use out of it here around the Academy. Let's see now, what am I doing? I'm trying to get this camera to zoom in.
Oh, now.
That is a Pebble spinner.
A Pebble spinner. Pebble spinning. What's happening? What's happening, Pebble? Pebble, 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 Pebble.
Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs and check on Val and see if I can get her to eat a little bit. Then I'm gonna come down here and chow down on dosa and orange chocolate.
Don't eat paper, Pebble.
Hi, Belle, in your tree. Let's switch these cameras around so people can see how cute you are. I see you cleaned up all of the kibble that I left in the bottom of your pots, though, so that's good. Does that mean I can keep putting kibble in front of you and you'll just eat it? I can go for that. Do my part if you do yours. If I move this over just a little bit, we can just have one angle that fits everything. Okay, let's try this, kiddo. You and me. If only I had some dosa here. Oh, get my napkins too. So I didn't get my fingers all messy. Try some of this if I put it in a little food ball like DJ does. A little food ball. Right here. Does that only work for kibble? Okay. Alright, let's do the kibble. That's fine with me. Kibble's probably higher calorie anyway. You can use that. You didn't throw up anywhere in here, did you? I don't see anything. Looks like you're still doing good on that count. You done now? You just done eating for now? One more thing I want to try before I leave you alone. I'm going to leave two of these right here anyway. You don't want to eat unless you're hungry first. I'm going to come back and give you some medicine later on. Not too much later on, actually. After breakfast. Turn your heat up just a touch, too. A touch more. Belle didn't want to eat any more for me right now, but she'll probably be better after we give her the treatment. I figure we'll do after we eat breakfast.
Culotte. Need your box back, Meg? Now's your chance. Your box back. Pebble. Pebble. I don't think Mag is gonna appreciate the thing on her channel.
Some leftover samosas, too.
Are you just eating over there?
No? All right, folks. Well, we're about to eat breakfast, so we're probably going to do it in here. You can keep watching if you want, if you're watching live. But if you're watching on the archive, it ends here, and you missed all the fun. So thanks for tuning in, archive folks. I hope you enjoyed the very brief mailbag, and we will see you next time.